Our last speaker, I am proud to say, is a friend of mine. Her name is Nikki. She is the recipient of the NRA's Sybil Ludington Award that is awarded to exceptional ladies who embody activism and accomplishment in the area of Second Amendment and Second Amendment rights. After you hear her story, you will understand why I say that if she had the choice, she would never have been nominated for that award, let alone received it, let alone be here. But laws that were passed with good intentions failed to protect life, liberty, and property that belong to Nikki. She has devoted herself to fixing that situation. I'm proud to stand with her in that. And I am proud to welcome here my friend, Nikki. Please put your hands together. Nikki, come on up.
Hey there, everybody. There's a lot of you guys here. This is impressive. My name is Nikki, and I really I feel honored to be here. I wish I was not here, but as we never know what is going to happen in life, I am here to speak with you today about the importance of our Second Amendment and why it's so important to protect yourself and your family. Back in 2009, my husband was murdered. He was shot 6 times right in front of me by a man who had been stalking me. I'm a right to carry permit holder. I was at the time also. But because my husband and I worked in a restaurant that serves alcohol, we ran a mobile karaoke business, I had to leave my legal permitted firearm locked in my vehicle at the time because Tennessee state law said that you cannot carry a gun for self-defense in one of those establishments. So I followed that law. The man that was stalking me did not have a handgun carry permit. He brought that gun in illegally. I asked management to please remove my stalker. When they confronted him to ask him to please leave is when he pulled out a .45 and shot my husband, stood over him, and continued to fire 5 more rounds into him in front of myself and about 50 other patrons inside of the restaurant. I'll always wonder now if I possibly could have stopped that from happening. Not only was I a permit holder, I was also a firearms range volunteer. I had been for a solid 6 months. I had attended armed guard training and training for handgun carry permits. And I'll never know now if that training would have been helpful or useful because I was denied that chance. If there's anything that I can tell our legislators, it is bad guys don't follow the law. And you know, I think the lawmakers, they created these gun-free zones naively thinking that it would protect people. But you see, actually what happens is the opposite. Gun-free zones are killing zones.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And it tells the bad guys, the criminals, that everyone in this building, in this establishment, cannot defend themselves. So it's almost an open invitation for violence.
Yeah.
You know, I have a great deal of respect for the military and our law enforcement. I later learned that a United States Marine just happened to be in the crowd and he chose not to run when my husband's murderer put the gun back inside of his jacket, zipped it up, and just acted like he was going to walk out without anyone knowing that he was the shooter. That Marine tackled that man.
Yeah!
held him until the police came. That man went to trial finally. I had to wait 3 years to get any form of justice, and to me it was a crumb of justice. The psychologists in the trial said that he was paranoid delusional. That's what they diagnosed him with. He had a mental illness. He had never been diagnosed. He lived to the age of 43, had no criminal record, not even as much as a parking ticket in his history. And then he goes and does something like this. And then, of course, after the fact, he gets diagnosed. Well, my husband is dead. And that court, it's not a criminal justice system, guys. I'm here to tell you that it's just a system.
That's it.
And I believe that that's part of the problem as well. We're not tough enough on crime, on these murderers. This man only got 23 years. He got second-degree murder. Now, let me explain something to you real quick. We later learned that this man wrote a blog the day before he murdered my husband Ben. And that blog said, "Predator versus prey. I know who you are. Run. Where will you work where I can't find you? At home, at dinner, in your sleep, every waking moment. This is going to be very painful. What kind of life do you have now?" Then, I learned when they searched his truck in the parking lot, they found 2 more guns, a shotgun and a rifle, ammunition, a baseball bat, binoculars, gloves, rope, and a knife. Now that is not a medical kit. I have no idea what this man's ultimate plan was, but I cannot help but to think that it also included me. The whole point is, you know, I hear so much on the media about gun crime and gun murders. And I just want to say, get rid of the gun part. Let's talk about crime and murderers. I have a great deal of respect for law enforcement, and unfortunately, those police officers were not able to get there in enough time for us. And I'm here to tell you that those guys have a very dangerous job. I respect them. When they put that uniform on, they don't know if they're going to come home to their family. They risk a lot to try and help protect us. But even officers know they cannot be anywhere and everywhere at any time. And the police officers that I've spoken with, they would much rather find an innocent, law-abiding person with a smoking gun and a dead bad guy than the other way around. I never blamed the gun for my husband's murder. I'm a gun owner. Everyone here is here to support the Second Amendment, and there are plenty of people carrying right here. I blame the murderer. And you know what? Those naive legislators, I can't help but to sort of blame them. I don't hold anger in my heart about it, but I just hope that they can hear me and really think about what they're doing when they create these gun-free zones. We need to be able to defend ourselves and our families, and I think it's really, really important. And I wish there were more media that would talk to victims of violent crime that hold an opposite point of view, that actually are gun owners and believe in the right of self-defense. And we don't see that in the media. We have Pierce Morgan.
Go back to England. Subject.
And Pierce will people on there, but they won't even let them talk. They can't even give their point of view. And the media is so biased and so unfair. I want you guys to know that it really touches my heart to see so many people here defend our liberty and stand up for our Second Amendment, because all of these people that you see on TV that have been victimized, I feel horrible for them. But the media makes it seem like if you're a gun owner and you support owning a gun, that you didn't care about these poor children at Sandy Hook Elementary. They make it seem like you're the bad guy, and you're not. The NRA is made up of moms, dads, brothers, sisters, military, law enforcement.
That's right.
Law-abiding Americans. We are the face of America. And to listen to threats against members of the NRA, this is just ridiculous. Blame the murderer. Don't blame an object. You know, murder is a behavior. Blame the person. Let's start looking at mental health. Let's get rid of gun-free zones. Let's let law-abiding people carry so they can defend themselves and their families. Anyway, I'm not going to take up much more time, but I really appreciate everyone being here, and today's Gun Appreciation Day. Go out and do something fun with your family. Go to the range. Teach someone about gun safety.
Amen.
And take your family out. Teach your friends. And most of all, stand up for your Second Amendment rights and refuse to be a victim.
Right.